Hey all, welcome back to Mr. Levy's Math Room. Now, what we are going to be looking at in this session is the multiplication of integers, so multiplying integers. And so we're going to just go through these, we're going to multiply them, and then we will discuss the rules. We'll look at the rules for multiplying integers. So let's go. So we have 4 times 3. Now remember we said if there is no sign to the left of the numbers, it means that they are positive. Alright? So we have 4 times 3, that's equal to 12. Alright? Then we have 6 times 2, that's also equal to 12. Notice that they are both positive. Alright? So, okay, let's go to this. We have negative 3 times negative 5. And so negative 3 times negative 5. Now this gives us a positive 15. So negative 3 times negative 5 gives us positive 15. And negative 7 times negative 4 gives us positive 28. Now let's pause there for a minute. Now let's go back from the top. We have, so the signs here are the same. They are both positive. Right? The signs here also, they are the same, they are both positive. Right now here the signs are also the same. They are both what? They are both negative. Right? Now look at the result. The result is positive. Up here again the result is positive. The result is positive. So the signs here are the same. Let me put the signs on. So that's plus, that's plus, that's plus, that's plus. Alright, so that's positive, 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 negative, negative. Right? So then I'm just going to put this in red so you can see it. Alright, so the signs are the same, the result is positive. The signs here are the same, the result is positive. The signs here are the same, the result is positive. Signs are the same, the result is positive. So we can conclude then that when we multiply two numbers whose signs are the same, the result is positive. So when you multiply two numbers whose signs are the same, the result is positive. Alright? So remember, so let me put that here. So when we multiply multiply two numbers whose signs whose signs are the same, the result is positive. Right? Good. So we can come to that conclusion that when we multiply two numbers whose signs are the same, the result is positive. Alright? Now, let's look at what happens when we multiply. So we can write then, we can also say this. So a positive times, times a positive equals a positive. And negative times a negative equals a positive. Right? So the signs are the same. When you're multiplying two numbers whose signs are the same, the result is positive. Just remember that. Now let's go to the others. Now notice what we have here. We have a negative 3 times a positive 3. Right? So it's a negative 3 times a positive 1. Negative 3 times a positive 3. And negative 2 times a positive 2. Now, let's see what happens here. So we have negative 3 times positive 3. That gives us negative 9. Negative 2 times a positive 3 gives us a negative 6. Right? Now let's go to the others. So we have 4 times negative 1. 4 times negative 1 is a negative 4. 4 times 1 is 4. Then 5 times negative 3 gives us negative 15. Alright? So from this set, we can conclude that when we multiply two, notice the signs are different. Right? And the result is negative. The signs are different. The result is negative. Here, the signs are also different. The result is negative. The signs are different again. The result is negative. Alright, so we can conclude that when we multiply two numbers whose signs are different, then the result is going to be negative. Again, so when we multiply two numbers whose signs are different, the result is negative. Alright? So we can write that over here. So when we multiply two numbers whose signs are different, the result is what? Negative. Right? So we can say negative times a positive equals a negative. Right? And then positive times a negative equals a negative. Right? So once you're multiplying two numbers whose signs are different, then the result is going to be negative. Alright? So when we're multiplying two numbers whose signs are the same, the result is going to be what? Positive. Alright? So look back up top here. So positive times positive, positive, positive times positive, positive, negative times a negative number gives us a positive result. A negative number here times this negative number gives us a positive result. And now what I don't like when people say, some people will say positive and positive give negative and negative give positive. You cannot just say it like that. Alright? It's when you are multiplying. Alright? So when you multiply two numbers whose signs are the same, then the result is positive. Alright? So we speak in mathematical terms. So when you multiply two numbers whose signs are the same, the result is going to be positive. Alright? And when you multiply two numbers whose signs are different, then the result is going to be negative. Alright? So multiplication of when you multiply two numbers whose signs are different, the result is negative. Right? And so we have here, these are the rules. So a positive times a positive gives us a positive result. A negative number times a negative number gives us also a positive result. And once the signs are different when you're multiplying two numbers, then the result is going to be negative. Now, let us extend this a little. So we can just want to extend it a little. I want to show you something. Alright, now, what if we have? We have three numbers, right? Now, let's see what would happen if we have three numbers with different signs. So, let's say we have here negative 3 times 2 times negative 1. And so we have, so let's take them one by so we go negative 3 times 2 gives us what? That would be a negative 6, right? Negative 6 times negative 1 would give us positive 6, right? So let's write that down. So we have, let's do these two first. So negative 3 times 2 equal negative 6, right? Then we have negative 6 times negative 1 equal positive 6, right? So we could just go across and say negative 3 times positive 2 gives us, let me just put that in red, equals a negative 6, right? And negative 6 times negative 1 equals a positive 6, alright? Now, let's do this. So, let's say we have negative 4 times 2 times 3, right? So we have negative 4 times 2 would be what? Negative 8, because a negative number times a positive number gives us a negative result. So this would be negative 8 times a positive 3 would give us what? 3 times 8 is negative 24. Alright? Why is it negative 24? Because the signs are different. Alright? So the signs are different here. So it's negative 8 times positive 3. Alright? And the result is negative. So please note that. So if we have, just one negative number in the set of numbers we are multiplying, the result is going to be negative. Right? Same thing, no, here we have 2. So the result is going to be positive. Right? So once you have an even number of negative terms you are multiplying, then the result is going to be positive. Right? So you can just figure that out. Right, so what I want you to do again is continue practicing. Just look for some questions that are similar and you work on them. Alright, so, and then as I say, always say, practice, 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 practice. Now you may be wondering why I'm wearing a khaki shirt. Now today we had old school day, and so that says STETS, here, STETS, Center of Tech, right? And that's my crest right there. Alright, so for my school. Okay, so as usual, you just continue to leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Just subscribe, share with your friends, and leave a comment. Alright, let me know how you are doing, and you can tell me what you want me to do as well. So until next time, see you. Peace out. Take care.